What I love about the PRI Show is just the wide variety of folks we get to talk to. And you know me, with Wing Nation, we love talking sprint car racing. One of the young hot shoes coming up through the ranks in the sport is Emerson Axsom. He joins us here on the show. Hey, Emerson, how are you?
Not too bad. Just happy to be here and see everyone around and see some new products and stuff like that. So, yeah, just excited to be here.
How much do you look at that with new products? Are you looking at driver-related stuff, or are you mechanically inclined and looking at other parts? You might call a crew chief and say, look at this, or look what I saw, or is it more cockpit sort of things and things that more involve you directly?
Yeah, honestly, it's more things that involve me directly, just like suits, seats, helmets, and stuff like that. Stuff that could benefit me, and obviously, the other stuff can benefit me too. But that's why we got a crew chief. That's kind of his job and his wheelhouse, I guess you could say.
As we look at your season this past year, made the jump into 410 racing, had a couple of wins, won a 360 race at Knoxville. Just kind of assess where you're at with your jump into 410 and wing sprint car racing as a whole.
Yeah, I'd like to say we're still pretty green. I think our program is very far as for a first year. We gained big amounts in our first year, but in the grand scheme of things, I think we're still pretty green and just kind of at the tip of the iceberg. So I think there's a lot more left to be learned and built on this program, and I'm excited to do it, and I think it'll be good.
Yeah, 70 races, and you really traveled the country with it. How important was that to you to just bomb around, to do what they call the true outlaw schedule, and to try a half mile, to try a quarter mile, to try bowling? How important was that for you in this first full season with it, to get 70 races at all kinds of different racetracks?
Yeah, it was very important, and honestly, we're still talking about what makes more sense next year. So, I think it's one of those deals that it was so important that we're almost, it's like, do we do one more year of a true outlaw and just kind of go run the Grove or go run, places, Port Royal, places we didn't really get to make it out to a whole lot. We ran a lot of Knoxville stuff just because the Nationals was our priority. And, if you run an outlaw schedule, 10% of the schedule is at the Grove. So you got to be good at the Grove if you want to have a good outlaw season. So I think it's so important that we're debating on what we should do next year still in December. So.
You mentioned Knoxville. You went there for the Nationals, and you won the Rookie of the Year award for the Knoxville Nationals. I know you want the big trophy, you want the big check and everything like that, but that had to be very rewarding to be the top rookie for the Nationals in your first crack out there at it.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, all right? Like, it's our first year building a program. It's my first year going full-time wing racing. I would say we didn't really expect to go out and win the Nationals. So we did have expectations and goals, and, I'd say we met them. And obviously you always want to do better, but, in the grand scheme of things, I think our first year we met our goals there and kind of set new ones to go back for next year. And, I feel like I'm proud of it, but, you can't just, if the highlight of my career is Knoxville Nationals rookie, then, it's not where you want to be. So you got to set new goals and try to obtain those ones.
That is well said. That is for sure. You're here at the PRI Show. We've talked about you wandering around and checking out different other things. You're here as part of the Hoosier Heroes program. Just tell everyone a little bit about that and what that's been like to be part of the Hoosier Heroes program.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's kind of just, from what I understand, Hoosier Tire kind of giving back to the sport and, recognizing some drivers that they feel deserve the recognition. So, I'm just proud to be a part of it, and it's obviously really cool, and hopefully they continue doing it and continue giving back to the sport.
I spent a lot of time in the sprint car world. You obviously spent a lot of time in the sprint car world. We're talking to all the Hoosier Heroes here in the RE booth, and to me it's fascinating because we have a quad racer and we have drag racers and we have a legends racer and stuff like that. There was a reception on Wednesday night here. It just had to be interesting to kind of look outside of sprint car world and see all the racing that's going on out there.
Yeah, I mean, I pay a little bit of attention to it, but honestly, the most racing I pay attention to is dirt late models. So, yeah, I'm a late model guy, really, to watch. You know, I mean, like, I pay a lot of attention to sprint cars, but you know, if I'm sitting at home and there's a sprint car race in Australia and the dome going on, I'm driving to the dome to watch the dome. So I don't know. I've just always enjoyed late models. They've kind of like interested me. But being an Indiana guy, I've kind of just been bred into a sprint car. So now I'm a diehard sprint car racer, but the late model stuff I watch a lot of, more than anything, probably.
That's fascinating because I'm the same way. I love the sprint car stuff. I work in the NASCAR community. I do all kinds of work. My passion watch for racing as a fan are dirt late models. In fact, the bucket list next year, I think I'm going to check the Prairie Dirt Classic off the bucket list. The dirt late model world is absolutely amazing. So it really, truly is cool. One of the other things you watch, you and I were talking about this, is Indiana sports, and got the Hoosiers going over to Notre Dame next week for a playoff game. What's that been like? You guys are a lot of time spending focusing on basketball. What was that like to watch the football program this year do what it did?
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty awesome. It's kind of pretty incredible what Kurt Signetti has done with that program, and yeah, it's just exciting. Me and my dad were talking about going, and then the ticket prices got released. It was pretty brutal. We decided we'll just stay home and you know, watch it on the couch, and yeah, just get ready for the shootout and kind of enjoy a little time off and watching some Indiana sports.
Yeah, no doubt. It is really cool. It's fun to see that. You mentioned the shootout. You got the shootout, and then I believe what it is, Keith Coons getting set for the Chili Bowl. You got to be excited about that when you go out to Tulsa in a Keith Coons car. You know you've got pretty good expectations on you.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I would prefer it that way rather than show up and kind of just not really know what to expect and, like, you know, not know if you have a shot. It's where if you go there with the right guys, you got a shot to win the Chili Bowl. And you know, I feel like my track record in that building is okay. So you know, if I get in the right equipment, we definitely have a good shot at winning that. So yeah, it'd be awesome to get one of those. I think you got to go in there with the right mindset and kind of prepare the right way and do it the right way. But I would like, you know, I'd like my chances in there.
Emerson, we appreciate the time. Congratulations on the Hoosier Heroes honor and the success last year. And can't wait to talk to you on Wing Nation after a couple more big wins along the way. But thanks for joining us.
Yeah, hope to be on there.
There we go. That is Emerson Axsom joining us here on Wing Nation from the Racing Electronics display at PRI.